Well, talking about Riesling for breakfast, it's approaching 9 o'clock over here in the morning, and I've got a bottle of Riesling in front of me. So should we try a couple, and you can talk through?
Yeah, let's do it. So I think you've got the hills and valleys, and you've got
I've got the hills and valleys, and this is 9.5%. So this is a breakfast wine, if ever I've seen a breakfast wine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you didn't tell them what time it was, Charlie, they probably wouldn't know. So yeah, as I was saying before, this is our slightly off dry expression of Riesling. I might just pause here, Charlie, because it's going to get dark here. So I'm just going to quickly open the blinds up, and hopefully the light's a little bit better. That's a bit better.
It's beautiful there.
Yeah, it's. I'll see if I can actually open this blind as well. Hang on. There we go.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So this is the deck of our restaurant. All right, so the Riesling we got here, this is the Hills and Valleys 2019. So there we go. So this is a combination of both our estate here in Polish Hill and then some growers' fruit. So we select some growers from the higher altitudes in the Clare Valley. So you know we're around about 400 to 450 meters out here, and we do have some growers that just a little bit higher than that. So the valley floor is probably in at that 300 meters elevation. So we like picking the higher sites, east-west facing rows, because here, you know, we get that hot afternoon sun, and if you're facing your east-west rows, keeps the sun overhead. So these guys here behind me, these are all east-west. So sun goes directly overhead and keeps the fruit shaded. And if it gets exposed, that's when the skins start getting thick, and that's when those kind of petrochemical type characteristics, you know, kerosene, the K word, people sometimes associate with Riesling. We see that coming from vineyards that are exposed to sun, and it's very easy to do here in Australia. So yeah, we make this different to our traditional Riesling only in the I guess we stop fermentation a bit earlier. So we turn the cooling on, bring it down, and stops the fermentation that little bit earlier. So that's around about 12.5 grams per litre residual sugar, 9% alcohol, 9.5% alcohol. So versus the traditional, which is about 11.5. So
yeah,
and slightly
really
higher.
good. Yeah.
So we see this wine, you know, it definitely has those hallmark kind of ripe lime citrus flavors, but it also just has a little bit of tropical fruit there with the palate weight and those sweeter characteristics from the higher residual sugar.
It's got a really lovely nose. Yeah, really sort of lime, bergamot, kind of kaffir lime, and then lovely texture.
And I think there is that sweetness, you know, provides not only sweetness, but the sugar provides that palate weight. So I guess, I mean, our winemaking philosophy about Riesling is to basically try and get everything perfect in the vineyard so that the fruit can sing its own story. So we want to make Riesling that the winemaker's hand is not evident. So we're not, we don't use any oak fermentation. It's just stainless steel. We use we inoculate with a neutral white wine yeast, so that it's just the grape flavors that are showing, not the natural complexities that you might see in from a wild yeast ferment. So for us, our hallmark and what we hang our hat on is purity. So we want, I guess, the purest expression of fruit from our vineyard. We want it to taste like the grapes taste.